Krishna.
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
so hope you all are good. Now, today we are in Bhagavad Gita, verse 7 of chapter 2, where now Arjuna is surrendering. Arjuna is now surrendering unto Lord Sri Krishna. Today, the relationship between Arjuna and Krishna changes with this sloka. Before Krishna, Arjuna is Krishna's Sakha friend. But from today's verse, after Arjun speaks today's verse, now he is no longer a Sakha, now he is a Sishya. So this sloka is the middle point. Its sloka is the mediator, it's the connection from Sakha to Sishya, from friend to a disciple.
साथीबाट एउटा शिष्यमा
Yeah.
परिवर्तन हुने श्लोका हो यो चाहिँ.
Let's go. So this is lovely sloka, though it's long one, हैन, तैपनि मजा आउँछ के पढ्दा चाहिँ एकदमै आनन्द आउँछ. लामो श्लोका हो, हैन. Okay, let's do it together. Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, verse number 7. Karpanyadosopahata svabhava pritchamidam dharma samudacheta yashreyasam nishchitam bruhi tanme sisyasteham swadhimam tvam prapannam.
Translation. Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composures due to bodily weakness, miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrender unto you. Please instruct me. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sorry, you were
No,
saying.
you're just saying. He very clearly says, number one, I'm confused about my duty. के गर्ने हो के नगर्ने थाहा छैन. And also second thing, composer. Composer को dictionary meaning हेर्नुभयो भने it says the state, it's a state or feeling of being calm and in control of oneself. त्यो भनेको composed हुनु हो कि आफ्नो कन्ट्रोलमा हुनु, काम हुनु. तर उहाँले के भनिराख्नु छ, यसको उल्टो छ है मेरो केस चाहिँ. I have lost all my composure. I am uncontrolled. मेरो कन्ट्रोलमा कुनै कुरै छैन, and I'm not calm. I'm very much disturbed because of miserly weakness. Kripana, karpanya dosho bhata svabhava. Karpanya comes from the root word kripana. Kripana means miserly weakness. Miserly weakness भनेको के भने दो स्ट्रेन्थ हुनुपर्ने हो, हैन, दो इट शुड बी अ स्ट्रेन्थ, तर त्यो कुरा मेरो अब विकनेस भइसक्यो. I mean that's my weakness now. Scriptures give example time and again to us about this word kripana. Just like सोच्नुस् तपाईसँग सबभन्दा महँगो कार कुन होला भन. फास्ट यस्तो टाइम लाउने हैन.
Porsche.
Okay, that's a good one, but the Rolls Royce भनिन्छ के. You can say it's more than $1 million को कार के. And then Ford is there, हैन. Ford is not Ford भन्नु छ Ferrari के, Ferrari. They're very expensive, isn't it? Now imagine you have a car. You have such an expensive car, A1 car. तर त तिमीले के गर्छौ थाहा छ? A1 त्यो कारलाई नेपालमा लगेर त्यो खेत जोत्ने हुन्छ नि, खेत जोत्ने ठाउँमा पछाडि त्यो ट्र्याक्टरको त्यो कनेक्टर लगाएर त्यो कार अगाडि चलाइरहेछौ, पछाडि त्यसको त्यो पछाडिको भागले चाहिँ तिम्रो त्यो ट्र्याक्टर जोतिरहेछ के, त्यो के जग्गालाई जोतिरहेछ, जग्गा जोतेर त्यो हैन उब्जाउनको लागि. Now, what would you call such a person who does that?
Foolish.
Foolish. Scriptures tell that a person kripana. You have such a wonderful facility. You can use that facility of Rolls Royce in high level things like अब political उसमा एजेन्डामा top class people लाई राइड गर्नको लागि युज हुन सक्छ. It can be used. अब त्यसलाई तिमीले भाडामा दियो भने पनि you could earn thousands and thousands of dollars per week. Okay? But what you are using, त्यो कारको सट्टा there can be other
Options.
Tractors, so many plenty of options are there which can be used in field for plowing. But here you are using the most expensive thing in such a such a work where सानो एउटा अर्को भेहिकलले नि इजिली काम हुन्छ। सो त्यस्तोलाई के भन्छ कृपणा भन्छ क्या। अर्को कृपणा भन्ने वर्ड युज हुन्छ ह्युमन लाइफमा पनि के। यु हेभ गट ह्युमन लाइफ, क्यान यु इमेजिन? Human life is so precious, so precious. But imagine if we use the same human body for the same four activities that animals do: eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. If we have got this human body, we have got higher intelligence. यदि हामीले higher intelligence, धर्मो हितेषाम् अधिको विशेषतो धर्मेण, त्यो धर्मेण हिन पशुभिः समान, यो धर्मको क्यापेसिटी, यो हायर इन्टेलिजेन्सलाई यदि हामीले सेम इचिङ, मेटिङ, स्लिपिङ, डिफेन्डिङलाई कसरी एक्सप्यान्ड गर्छु, कसरी सोफिस्टिकेटेड बनाउँछु भन्ने कुरामा यदि युज गऱ्यौँ भने हामी के भयौँ त? वी आर कृपणा। राइटली युज गरेनौँ के, राइटली युज गरेनौँ। सिमिलरली अर्जुन पनि त्यही सिचुएसनमा हुनुहुन्छ। दो अर्जुन इज महाबाहो होइन त, हि इज द एक्सपर्ट अफ आर्चर, हि इज सपोज टु बी रियली इन्टेलिजेन्ट पर्सन, बट माइजरली विकनेस, राइट? कृपणा भएर बस्नु भएको छ क्या। सो and he accepts that, he is accepting that. Similarly, when we are coming to Krishna consciousness, when you are accepting the spirituality, we should accept it. Why not accepting that state that I am so-called intelligent person, everyone I know says I am intelligent, but I am not. I have no sadbuddhi for dharma, right? Although I may be a big PhD, a big personal in material world, but when I come to bhakti, I'm nothing. I don't know anything. I don't have that love for God. I don't have that qualification. So that is the qualification of a disciple के, जसले surrender गर्छ के, आफ्नो miserly weaknessलाई accept गर्नु. So in this condition, I'm asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I'm your disciple and a soul surrender unto you. Now डोरी आपके हाथ में है. Guide me as you can. Isn't it? Kripana. Now you can read the purport.
Okay, purport. By nature's own way, the complete system of material activities is a source of perplexity for everyone. In every step, there is perplexity, and therefore it behooves one to approach a bona fide spiritual master who can give one proper guidance for executing the purpose of life.
Padam padam yad bipadam. Do you remember the sloka?
Yes.
In every step, there is danger. And every single step, what does that step does to us? It frustrates us. It reminds us this is not the place to be in. But किनकि हामीसँग त अर्को प्लेसको इन्फर्मेसन नै छैन, सोलको के अरे डेथको पछाडि के छ त्यसको इन्फर्मेसन नै छैन, एन्ड द्याट्स वाइ वी आर बिविल्डर्ड एन्ड वी ट्राई टु के गर्छ त यही स्टेपलाई, हरेक स्टेपलाई, जब कि यद्यत विपदम छ त्यो हरेक स्टेपमा चाहिँ हामी ह्याप्पिनेस खोज्छ, यही ठाउँमा ह्याप्पिनेस खोज्न थाल्छ के. But as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, dukhalayam ashashvatam dukha alayam. This is a place of dukha. Go on.
All Vedic literatures,
Yeah, that's the one.
All Vedic literatures advise us to approach a bona fide spiritual master to get free from the perplexities of life, which happen without our desire. They are like forest fire that somehow blazes without being set by anyone. Similarly, the world situation is such that the perplexities of life automatically appear without our wanting such confusion.
Yeah. Now, one point here, somehow blazes without being set by fire by anyone. So, हामीले देखेको छ अमेरिकाको सेन फ्रान्सिस्को, क्यालिफोर्नियाको जङ्गलहरूमा कत्रो ठुलो आगोहरू लागेको छ क्या गएको विपदको इयर्सहरूमा. इभन इन अस्ट्रेलिया देयर हेज बिन सच big fires के, though we can see Australia is such a great country, America is such a great country, जब त्यो आगो लाग्छ नि, blazing fire, they can do nothing. जतिसुकै fire brigade बोलाउनुस्, can do nothing. You just
the
have
only
to
solution is
just have to wait for the rain. हैन? So similarly, without being said by anyone, similarly, so many things in our life are not in our control. Okay? Not in our control. The problem is that we think things are in our control. We think मैले मेहनत गरेँ भने प्रगति गर्छु, मेरो फ्युचर बनाउँछु. Seriously, that's the main problem. Okay, we don't want to accept that there are forces There are things, there are power beyond us who are controlling us. है त्यसलाई एक्सेप्ट नगरेर के हुन्छ दुःख पाइन्छ कि मैले दुःख गरेर हुन्छ. I was being sent a photo, sent a video of one person who, by my close known, and he's no, he's not saying something, but he's trying to tell me that that person came to Australia a couple of years back, and now he has so much, so much of business around Australia. He's doing great. Indirectly, I'm being told why I'm not great in that sort. But I personally understand. Yeah, he has his own set of karma that he has brought, that is inspiring back of the mind, that is being inspiring that person to do, I know, to do that hard work and be in that state where he is today, to achieve the state where he is today. होइन अदरवाइज त होइन तपाईँ तिमी सोच न, मेहनत गर्ने त कतिजना हुन्छ नि. मैले सधैँ भन्छ नि, नेपालमा पनि त्यो आइओएको इक्जाम दिनेहरू, कति वर्ष इन्डियामा अझै कम्पिटिसन, त्यो आइएएस होइन, युपिएससीको इक्जामहरूमा यति मेहनत गरेको हुन्छ है, इयर्स एन्ड इयर्सको मेहनत. के हुन्छ लास्टमा गएर, सेम मेहनत गरेर अर्काको निस्केर हुन्छ, सेम मेहनत अर्कोको निस्किँदैन, अथवा कम मेहनत गरेर नै अर्कोको निस्केर हुन्छ, किनकि उसको टाइमिङ त्यसरी मिल्दै जान्छ, उसको धेरै कुरा त्यसरी मिल्दै जान्छ कि. सो होइन, सो भन्नु खोजेको कुरा के भने, थिङ्स आर
मेहनत
नट इन आवर
गर्नुपर्छ,
control.
but also there are forces which
Have to
control
understand things
है ना?
may not go as per we will, and
Mm.
that helps us to accept. Okay, when you know that there are forces beyond me, होइन, हो, I have to do कर्मण्य एव अधिकारस्ते. What happened? It's my duty, होइन, it's my duty to do the hard work. But even the hard work गरेपछि पनि त्यो रिजल्ट चाहिँ मैले सोचेकै हुनुपर्छ. No, 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 no. Hard work गर्ने, that's in my hand. I can decide that. Certain things you can decide.
Yes.
But once you decide to do that hard work, त्यसको रिजल्ट तिम्रो हातमा छैन, मेरो हातमा छैन कि. त्यति कुरा बुझिदिनु पर्यो होइन. And problems, and you learn to accept it. Yeah, go on.
Again,
Similarly, the world.
Similarly, the world situation
is in confusion.
No one wants fire, yet it takes place and we become perplexed. The Vedic wisdom therefore advises that in order to solve the perplexities of life and to understand the science of the solution, one must approach a spiritual master who is in the disciplic succession. A person with a bona fide spiritual master is supposed to know everything. One should not therefore remain in material perplexities but should approach a spiritual master. This is the purport of this verse.
Yes. Why spiritual master?
Light. Guiding light.
Yes. Bhagavad Gita Chapter 4, 34th verse. What's the verse? Right? The last line of the verse is, because we have to surrender unto that person, ask questions, humbly serve that person, because he has seen the truth. That line is so important. He has seen the truth. कसैले उसले त्यो बाटो देखेको छ के. That person tells us that there are things beyond our control. This लाइफमा जे भइरहेछ, things are not, जे हाम्रो लाइफमा भइरहेछ त्यो सबै कुरा होइन है. There are ways, there are things which are beyond our control. परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षन्ति ते ज्ञानम ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः. Tattva-darshina. That person has seen the truth. That person is self-realized. That person may not be materialistically all in all. Don't expect that, right? Materialistically, that person may be zero. That person may not have everything. But again, we are in this world where we try to judge every person materialistically. That is again another fault. These things are on spiritual level. Spiritual level. They don't care. They may not care about material world, some of them, right? So they can give you the right understanding to how to live in this world and how to leave this world. They tell you this world is not
Spelling,
in all.
please. Leave or leave.
Live, leave. अर्को चाहिँ LEAVE, right?
So, which word?
Material education tells us how to live in this world.
LIVE.
LIV, how to live in this world, how to make a great living in this world. I know that a spiritual education not only makes this life livable here, also teaches us how to leave this world
LEAVE.
when you die, right? How your living should be, how your leaving from the body should be, what state of consciousness you should be, how you can choose your another body so that you don't again come to this material world in the 84 like species and so on. So yeah, that person is so important, so important, spiritual master. Now go on.
Who is the who is the man in material perplexities? It is he who does not understand the problems of life. In the Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad, the perplexed man is described as follows: Yova etad aksharam gargi aviditva smalam mal
Lokat
lokat
prayati sa
prayati sa
kripana.
kripana. He is a miserly man who does not solve the problem of life as a human and who thus quit this world like the cats and dogs without understanding the science of self realization.
Exactly, who quits this world like the cats and dogs, right? Today we were doing the evening walk. I saw a man who had two dogs in his left hand, and I was feeling from inside. I mean, they're big dogs, you know. I don't know what goes in their mind that's okay to have dogs, but think about it for a moment. Dog कुकुरहरू चाहिँ जतातता जता गइरहेको थियो, त्यो मान्छे उतै उतै तान्निरहेको थियो क्या. Now you are being directed by a dog. होइन, तपाईँ डगले जता जता लगिरहेछ, कुकुरले जता जता लगिरहेछ, तपाईँ त्यतै गइराख्नु भएको छ. युआर बिङ डाइरेक्टेड बाई अ गड, आई मिन डग, राइट? लाइफभरि एभ्री सिङ्गल मर्निङ वक, एभ्री सिङ्गल इभिनिङ वक तपाईँलाई डगले गाइड गरिरहेछ भने इमेजिन एट द एन्ड अफ लाइफ तपाईँलाई कसले गाइड गर्छ होला? Isn't it? Dogको मेन्टालिटीले नै गाइड गर्ने चान्सेस एकदमै हाई हुन्छ. Though it's a very nice gesture to love animals, but why only dog? There are so many animals out there. एकातिर on one side you try to kill so many animals in slaughterhouses, so many hens for chicken, so many cows and buffaloes, beef, kill on one side, slaughterhouses you have made every single day. You kill so many animals like that. On the other hand, you chose yourself, you say that, right? You said that you love dogs, right? You say that you love dogs and you're being guided by dog, right? What's this? Why this difference? Why not being in that state of equanimity where you treat all animals as same, right? So why don't you choose, why are you choosing yourself to be in that mentality, to be guided by a dog, even at the end of, and even at the end of life, as Prabhupada said, right? People nowadays do not have a God consciousness; they have a dog consciousness. Yeah, do you have anything to add?
Okay, this human form of life is a most valuable asset for the living entity who can utilize it for solving the problems of life. Therefore, one who does not utilize this opportunity properly is a miser. On the other hand, there is a Brahmana or he who is intelligent enough to utilize this body to solve all the problems of life. Ya et
But you do not know the value, okay? But you live like a beggar on the street, right? You don't dress well, you dress like a beggar, you eat like a beggar, you live like a beggar, you talk like a beggar. But inside, you have such a khazana, you have such a thing with you, such a precious jewel with you. That is Kripana, okay? Whereas Brahmana is broad-minded. He knows how to utilize that wealth, to the highest extent. Brahmana knows that. Brahmana knows the value of human life, how to utilize it to ask the right questions and to make this the last life. I know, by going back to God. Whereas Kripana does not know how to solve the real problems of life. Kripana does the basic, uses the whole intelligence to do the basic things which are similar between animal and human. That's the basic, that's the precious understanding, Kripana and Brahmana. And now I'm thinking the last time we gave this class, in Sita Mataji's home, this would be the right sloka for the day. होइन र त्यो दिन यो श्लोका भएको दिदा पढेर गरेको भए all the things of that day's content are in this sloka, होइन त? That's why, yeah, so many things are coming up. Yeah, go on.
The Kripanas or miserly person waste their time in being overly affectionate for family, society, country, etc. In the material conception of life, one is often attached to family life, namely to wife, children, and other members on the basis of skin disease. The Kripana thinks that he is able to protect his family members from death, or the Kripana thinks that his family or society can save him from the lower words of death. Such family attachment can be found even in the lower animals who take care of children also.
Yes, now here I remember story of Ratnakar Daku, you remember?
Yeah.
Right? This line reminds me of that. The Kripana thinks that he's able to protect his family members from death. You remember the story? Can you tell the story?
हजुर सो रत्नाकर डाकु चाहिँ सबै एनिमल्सहरूलाई उहाँले चाहिँ मार्नुहुन्थ्यो होइन
ठुस गरी गरी दुःख दिदी
आधा होइन
त्यो त मार्ने पनि होइन कि दुःख दिने के आधा मार्ने स्ट्रगल गराउने छटपटाउने
होइन त्यस्तो गरेर मार्नुहुन्थ्यो अनि त्यही गर्ने क्रममा एक दिन चाहिँ उहाँको भेट नारद मुनिसँग हुन्छ त्यही जङ्गलमा अनि नारद मुनिले त्यो देखेर उहाँले जे एक्टिभिटी गरिरहनु भएको छ त्यो देखेर एउटा क्वेसन सोध्नुहुन्छ तिमीले यदि यो सबै पाप गरिरहेछौ जुन यो सबै पाप गरिरहेछौ यो पाप कसको लागि गरिरहेछौ भनेर सोध्नुहुन्छ क्या अनि किन गरिरहेछौ कसको लागि गरिरहेछौ भन्दा पेट पाल्नको लागि परिवारको लागि गरिरहेछु भनेर भन्नुहुन्छ ल ठिक छ तिमीले यो पाप त गरिरहेछौ परिवारको लागि तर के त्यो परिवार पनि यो पाप भोग्नलाई पापको
पापको जुन रिएक्सन आउँछ फल आउँछ त्यो
भोग्न रेडी छ भनेर सोध्दाखेरि आई डोन्ट नो छ कि छैन मलाई थाहा छैन
छ भन्नुहुन्छ उहाँले मैले तिनीहरूको लागि त्यति गरिरहेको छु तिनीहरूले मेरो लागि त्यो गर्दैन होला त of course we'll all share the reactions of our papa, isn't it? And then what happens?
नारद मुनिले गएर सोधेर
let's ask हैन त
अनि गएर सोध्नुहुन्छ अनि सोध्दाखेरि त किन यो त उहाँको फ्यामिलीले भन्नुहुन्छ कि यो त तिम्रो रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी हो हामीलाई पाल्न त्यही भएर तिमीले गरिरहेछौ यसको रियाक्सन पनि तिमीले नै भोग्छौ हामी किन भोग्ने यसको रियाक्सन यसको पापको फल हामीले किन भोग्नु पर्ने हामीले त के गरेकै छैनौँ यो तिम्रो जिम्मेवारी थियो हामीलाई पाल्नको लागि त्यसैले तिमीले नै भोग्छौ यो पापको कुरा पनि भनेपछि उहाँको दिमागमा घन्टी बज्छ टिङ ल
होइन त अनि
यत्रो पाप गरिरहेको छु यसको फल मैले
मात्रै every single day I'm killing all these animals getting all those sins in order to feed my family members and now they are saying they don't want to share the bad karmas, bad reactions of the karmas. What am I doing? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I doing what I'm doing? म जे गरिरहेको छु किन गरिरहेको छु and that was the first
that was the turning point उहाँले पनि गएर कार्पण्य दोषो भने जस्तै नारद मुनिको शरण लिनुहुन्छ र नारद मुनिले उहाँको यति पाप थियो कि उहाँले इभन राम नाम पनि लिन सक्नुहुन्न थियो
किनकि स्क्रिप्चर से तपाईमा पाप एकदमै छ तपाईले भगवानको नाम लिनै सक्दैन के यु कान्ट के यु लिटरली तपाईको मुखबाट
निस्किदैन सो उहाँको पनि त्यस्तै भएको थियो देन नारद मुनिले के गर्नुभयो उपाय लगाउनु भयो ल तिमीलाई राम शब्द त तिम्रो मुखबाट निस्केन तर तिमीले त दिनदिनै मारिरहेको थियौ सो मरा भन्ने शब्द त तिम्रो मुखबाट निस्किन्छ होला मरा भन त भनेर मरा 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 राम 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 हुँदै गयो
Ram Mara becomes Ram indirectly without his knowledge and then after
सो
years and years
त्यस्तो
of
पावर चाहिँ
chanting.
स्पिरिचुअल मास्टरहरूमा एउटा त्यस्तो पापपूर्ण डाकुलाई वाल्मिकी बनाउने त्यस्तो
Yeah, and
चेन्जेस
same
ल्याउने
person Ratnakar later becomes Valmiki, who becomes the author of the great
रामायण
Ramayana. Yeah, so yeah, this is just a skin disease. To think that family members will help us, no, 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 no. Even so simple छ त तपाईँ हेर न एक्सिडेन्ट हुन्छ फ्यामिली मेम्बर्सले के गर्छ हस्पिटल लाला रे हस्पिटलमा गएर कसको शरणमा बस्छ
रुन बाहेक
डक्टरको
केही गर्नै सकिँदैन
डक्टर ओके डक्टरमा छोडिदिन्छ डक्टर नचिन्नु नजान्नु न कोही डक्टर त रिलेटिभ होइन नि त फ्यामिली रिलेटिभ त होइन एन्ड देन इज क्यान डक्टर सेभ doctor also have to depend on his knowledge what they have heard but they try their best but they cannot right sometimes they can they become grateful to God sometimes they cannot because things are not in their hand. Okay, let's move to next.
Being intelligent, Arjun could understand that his affection for family members and his wish to protect from death were the causes of his perplexities, although he could understand that his duty to fight was awaiting him. Still, on account of miserly weakness, he could not discharge the duties. He is therefore asking Lord Krishna, the supreme spiritual master, to make a definite solution. He offers himself to Krishna as a disciple. He wants to stop friendly talks now. Talks between the master and the disciple are serious, and now Arjun wants to talk very seriously before the recognized spiritual master. Krishna is therefore the original spiritual master of the science of Bhagavad Gita, and Arjun is the first disciple for understanding the Gita. How Arjuna understands the Bhagavad Gita is stated in Gita itself. And yet, foolish mundane scholars explain that one need not submit to Krishna as a person, but to the unborn within Krishna.
Yeah.
There is no difference between Krishna's within and without. And one who has no sense of this understanding is the greatest fool in trying to understand Bhagavad Gita. So, यहाँ कुरा आउँछ सम कोही कोही मान्छेहरूले चाहिँ भन्छ वी डोन्ट वर्सिप कृष्ण हामी चाहिँ कृष्णको भित्रको आत्मालाई वर्सिप गर्छौँ भन्छ क्या यही कुरा सुनेर म पनि एउटा पहिला बिफोर कमिङ टु कृष्ण कन्सियसनेस म एउटा छुट्टै संस्थामा गएको थिएँ त्यहाँ जहाँ यही कुरालाई यही फिलोसफीलाई चाहिँ भनिएको थियो क्या अनि वाउ त हुन्छ नि त तर वाउ किन भएको थियो मलाई त्यतिखेर भन्दा त्यतिखेर मलाई थाहा थिएन कि कृष्ण को हुनुहुन्छ र कृष्णको बडी केले बनेको छ भनेर नाउ आई कम टु नो द्याट कृष्ण स्वयं उहाँको त्यो बडी स्वयं सच्चिद आनन्दले बनेको छ हाम्रो बडी केले बनेको छ फाइभ मटेरियल्स होइन पृथ्वी जल आकाश वायु इथर अनि यो पाँच पञ्चतत्त्वले बनेको छ भने कृष्णको पञ्चतत्त्वले बनेको छैन सो पञ्चतत्त्वले बनेको हाम्रो यो शरीरमा चाहिँ हामी आत्मा छौँ र परमात्मा पनि साथमा हुनुहुन्छ सो त्यसरी भित्र बस्नु भएको छ तर यो बाहिरको बडी डिफ्रेन्ट छ होइन सिमिलरली तर कृष्णको बडी सिमिलरली होइन कि तर कृष्णको बडी चाहिँ सच्चिद आनन्दले बनेको हो मटेरियल नै यो सच्चिद आनन्द हो क्या मटेरियल भन्ने नाम पनि दिन मिल्दैन तर केले बनेको छ भन्दा सच्चिद कम्पोनेन्ट्स यस कम्पोनेन्ट सच्चिद आनन्दले बनेको छ सो कृष्ण भित्रको आत्मा भन्ने कुरै छैन कृष्ण इज सेम विदिन एन्ड विदाउट होइन उहाँको फर्म उहाँको भित्र बाहिर सबै एउटै हो
फुल बडी स्पिरिचुअल के तर यहाँ चाहिँ कृष्णलाई पोर्ट्रे चाहिँ एउटा एज अ ह्युमन बिङ नै गरिन्छ
कृष्ण चाहिँ
पर्फेक्ट देयर आर सम अर्गनाइजेसन हु वुड से that the highest spirit is talking through Krishna and Krishna is the perfect being. Krishna is a perfect being, okay? सबैले कृष्ण जस्तो पर्फेक्ट बिङ हुन ट्राई गर्नुपर्छ बट त्यो कृष्ण भित्रको पर्फेक्सन पनि अरु कोही हो that comes from some other power.
आत्मा छ त्यो चाहिँ अरुको
that is higher power. So they try to see Krishna just as a puppet. Krishna is Krishna is a personal form of some higher impersonality. Okay? So Krishna ko the distinct personality dekhaudaina. So recently we were hearing this story of one of the sannyasis in ISKCON who is now 81 years old. Bhakti, who is it? Purush Sarashreya. Sarashya Maharaj, right?
Purushvasya.
Purushasriya Maharaj, difficult name. Yeah, apologize for that. Yeah, so he was sharing his story. He's from Brazil. ब्राजिलमा उहाँ चाहिँ सानैदेखि उहाँले अब त्यतिखेर 1970s 60sमा त यो स्पिरिचुअलिटी हिन्दुइजम धेरै वेस्टमा गएको थियो क्या योगाहरू त्यतिखेर उहाँले धेरै योगिजहरूबाट चाहिँ के सुन्नुभएको थियो भने एउटा योगी प्रोमिनेन्ट योगीबाट के सुन्नुभएको थियो भने जुन सुप्रिम ट्रुथ छ त्यसको पर्सनल एस्पेक्ट छ र इम्पर्सनल एस्पेक्ट पनि छ होइन तर इम्पर्सनल एस्पेक्ट इज लाइक दिस भनेर भन्न चाहिँ पर्सनल पनि छ इम्पर्सनल पनि छ भन्ने तर पर्सनलको मात्रै इम्पर्सनलको मात्रै व्याख्या गर्ने के उहाँको पुरै संस्था नै इम्पर्सनलिजममा होइन कि यो सबै कुरामा भगवान छ एभ्रिथिङ इज गड ब्रह्म ज्योति होइन निराकार भगवानको कुनै फर्म छैन फर्म छ पनि के अरे पर्सनल पनि छ इम्पर्सनल पनि छ तर इम्पर्सनललाई मात्रै डिस्क्राइब गर्ने के र उहाँलाई क्वेसन आउने कि पर्सनल खै त where is that personal aspect? He's saying that personal पनि छ impersonal पनि छ but when he talks he only talks about impersonal but where is personal भनेर for years and years he was thinking what is personal aspect के हो त यो personal भनेको भनेर सोच्नुहुन्थ्यो after years and years after many years maybe a decade or two one day he got one book from one of the devotees book's name was Beyond Birth and Death and त्यो बुकमा चाहिँ when he opens he sees one line and the line was Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Wow, supreme personality, supreme अनि पर्सनालिटी हो पर्सन हो है अफ गडहेड गडहेड एउटा गड होइन गडहेड एउटा समूह छ त्यसको पनि सुप्रिम पर्सनालिटी हो एन्ड द्याट टच्ड हिम read that book after he read that book एड्रेस हुन्थ्यो त्यतिखेर बुककै पछाडि एड्रेस हुन्थ्यो सेन्टरहरूको then he got Bhagavad Gita as it is he read that Bhagavad Gita and now today he has been unmarried he has been following given his whole life for preaching this Krishna consciousness 50 years in countries like Brazil, Spain, Portuguese त्यस्तो कन्ट्रीमा उहाँले प्रिच गरेर years and years उहाँको तपस्या अहिले गरिराख्नु भएको छ he is now 81 can you imagine पर्सनालिटी द वर्ड कृष्ण एउटा पर्सनालिटी हो कि कृष्णलाई तपाईँले इम्पर्सनल कृष्णको भित्र एउटा इम्पर्सनल पावर छ जुन कि कृष्णको थ्रुबाट एक्ट गरिरहेछ द्याट इज ननसेन्स एक्चुअली राइट एज वी डिस्कस लास्ट टाइम सन देयर इज सन गड जो कि एउटा सन प्लानेटमा बस्नुहुन्छ द्याट सन प्लानेट रेडिएट्स रेज उज्यालो तर उहाँहरूले के गरिराख्नु भएको छ इम्पर्सनलिजम त उज्यालोलाई ओहो यो उज्यालो हिट एन्ड लाइट कति राम्रो भेरी नाइस यो उज्यालो यही हो सबै भगवान नै यही हो किनकि यति उज्यालो आउँछ नि त्यो सन ग्लोबबाट देख्नै सक्दैन कि इम्पर्सनलिस्टहरूले तर भक्तको डिभोटिजको पर्सनलिस्टको अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ के हुन्छ त देयर इज द्याट ग्लोब जहाँबाट यो सबै रेज आइरहेछ र त्यो सन ग्लोबलाई चलाउने पनि भित्र there is a personality Vivashwan, right? That is the understanding. So impersonalism is not wrong. It's a part of the truth. It's not the whole truth. Whole truth is there is personality from which impersonal things are coming. हैन तपाईले हेर्नु न यो वर्ल्डमा पनि हेर नि तिमीले हरेक कुराको सोर्स इज अ पर्सन के एउटा इन्डिभिजुअलिटी छ के कुनै पनि कुरा अटोमेटिकली एउटा इम्पर्सनलबाट चाहिँ आउँदैन कि पर्सनलबाटै पर्सन आउँछ कि होइन इफ यु सी द्याट लजिकली पनि सो या यु क्यान फिनिस द्याट
फिनिस भइसक्यो
ओके विल रिड फ्रम दिस बुक सरेन्डर अनटु मी यु जस्ट रिड इट
Arjun, reason not to fight were all based on compassion, logic, and sastra. Yet the result of his reasoning has only been mental confusion. Therefore, Arjun, to remove his confusion, surrenders to his guru, Sri Krishna. Srila Prabhupada explains that on our own, we will always become confused despite our best endeavors to solve our own problems. This confusion is not only Arjuna's dilemma, it is every living entity's situation. Srila Prabhupada's Mm. So because so Srila Prabhupada जुन by nature's way भनेर जुन paragraph छ त्यसमा explain गरेको छ यही कुरा. Because Arjun surrenders to Krishna in text 7, we naturally expect Krishna to begin his instruction in text 8. But he does not. He has not yet accepted Arjun as his student. When Arjun says, I am perplexed, confused, and I want to surrender to you, the acharyas check with acharyas with said this and name him my. Okay, so Krishna's reply as follows. So Krishna, यो चाहिँ अननोन कन्भर्सेसन चाहिँ के हुन्छ जब अर्जुनले म हजुरको डिसाइपल बन्न चाहन्छु मलाई एक्सेप्ट गर्नु भन्नुहुन्छ तब कृष्णले के भन्नुहुन्छ होला you used to you use so much logic and shastra to support your view. If I speak, you will defeat me with your scholarship. Furthermore, if you need a guru, go see Vyasadev.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Are you reading?
Okay.
Yeah.
Go see Vyasadev.
Mm-hmm. Go see.
I'm your friend. Why surrender to me?
Yeah.
So besides, you do not really need a guru. All you need is to do your duty and fight. That will solve all your problems. Fight and take your kingdom. Be successful. Krishna is thus testing Arjuna's determination with this initial reply. यस्तो भन्नुभयो कृष्णले होइन जाऊ गर व्यासदेवको शरणमा लिऊ अथवा लिनु नि पर्दैन तिमी जस्ट काम फाइट गर किङडम लिऊ द्याट्स इट किन म चाहियो किन गुरु चाहियो तिमीलाई होइन भनेर चाहिँ कृष्णले एकचोटि टेस्ट लिनुहुन्छ उहाँको डिटर्मिनेसन अर्जुनको डिटर्मिनेसन हेर्न सो अर्जुन फर्दर एक्सप्रेसेस हिज डिजायर टु सरेन्डर टु अन टु कृष्ण इन द नेक्स्ट वर्स सो अब नेक्स्ट वर्समा चाहिँ त्यही आउँछ कि अर्जुनले फर्दर आफूलाई अझै डिटर्माइन्ड छु भन्नको लागि के भन्दै हुनुहुन्छ त त्यो कुरा चाहिँ आउँछ. So with this we will be concluding today's
this is actually the main very major sloka के यो श्लोकलाई हामीले बुझ्यो मनन गर्यो every single day पढ्यो भने छ नि seriously because every single day we are confused perplexed in our life will give us direction के यो लाइफको सानो कुरामा कन्फ्युज भएर नबस्ने हैन के there are many higher things that we are supposed to direct ourselves into. All right, mate. So we have done it. 2.7, and tomorrow we'll be doing
2.8.
The next, again
important sloka.
Again another important sloka.
Thank you so much for watching. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.